Good evening. Welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and here's some of the top stories we have for you tonight. After the devastating murder in Frederiksted yesterday, suspects are in custody tonight. They're only 19 years old. Another look at Transfer Day. And the animal shelter needs your help. These stories and more up next on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, a 33-year-old man is dead after a robbery in Frederiksted. Two suspects are in custody, and they're only 19 years old. News Channel 8's Wes Small files this report.
Thank you very much, Jerome. Here at Two Brothers Meat Market in Frederiksted, where all hell broke loose on Transfer Day yesterday. Sadly, it was around 11 o'clock where we have at least two individuals dressed in black came into this establishment. By now, the entire territory knows that we are now at homicide number 10. We had a 33-year-old man who was shot at least twice in his chest, upper body. He is dead. And his co-worker then shot once in his head and his upper body as well, and he has survived, believed to survive these injuries. Right now, you're looking at some footage as the situation happened yesterday. You are watching that. Arrested then is Nikasi Paris and Mario Daniels Jr. We have one individual that was tracked down and another one who turned himself in later on that night. Right now, let's go to Melody Rames, VIPD spokesperson, with the details.
Two suspects have been arrested and charged with murder first degree in connection with the robbery and shooting of two men at the Two Brothers Meat Market on Prince Street in Frederiksted. Nkosi Paris and Mario A. Daniels Jr., both 19 years old, were arrested hours after one store owner was shot dead and another was seriously wounded. The incident occurred just before 11 a.m. on Thursday, March 31st. Mario A. Daniels lives in the Marley Homes housing community and was arrested about 2 p.m. Thursday, and Nkosi Paris lives in the Wheel of Fortune, and he was arrested just before 10 p.m. the same day. Both were held on a $1 million bail and remanded to the Golden Grove Correctional Facility pending their advice of rights hearing. On Thursday, police were alerted by 911 Emergency Communications Center of a robbery in progress at the Two Brothers Meat Market on Prince Street. Police arrived within seconds and found two gunshot victims. One, the 33-year-old store owner, had no vital signs, and a second victim was shot at least once in the body and grazed by a bullet in his head. The injured victim was taken by ambulance to the Governor Juan F. Louis Hospital and Medical Center. Police Commissioner Novell E. Francis Jr. commended the officers for their professionalism, investigative skills, and quick response. He also commended the community for their invaluable assistance with providing eyewitness accounts and for their overall cooperation with the police in the investigation. Chief Howell echoed the commissioner's comments, thanking the officers for their quick response to the scene and for the swift capture of the two suspects, as well as the community for their invaluable assistance. This case remains under active investigation, and police are urging anyone with additional information to call the Chief's office at 340-712-6005, the detectives at 340-712-6067, or 340-712-6037, or you can call Crime Stoppers USVI at 1-800-222-TIPS.
Now, I did talk to some witnesses, but neighbors in the area, and also people who live and work in this area of Frederiksted, and they are just in shock, just like you and this reporter as well. They say that this family, and I know them well because I spent years in Frederiksted, so I would frequent this this butcher shop or meat market, whatever you want to call it, a lot. And these people, this family is a good family. Just very sad to what has happened. I talked to a couple of people here, and they told me that the ambulance and emergency responders got here as quickly as they could. One of the neighbors across the street took a sheet trying to stop the profuse bleeding. We do know that the man's wife and his family had to be restrained, rightfully so, about what has happened. Frederickstead, I have to tell you, has taken a turn for the worse. You can go back to Pucci's death with the Cash for Gold. You could also go back to Sensi's death, and then around the corner where we had another killing as well. The 16-year-old's murderer has not been caught as of yet, but I must tell you that a lot of people on this island anyway knows who the murderer of that 16-year-old is. It's all over the territory. It's just that we're not saying anything. What has happened to Frederickstead? From Frontline all the way down to the west. It seems like the west side of St. Croix is marred with violence. So almost every day, emergency responders are headed west. At Two Brothers Meat Market in Frederickstead, tragedy strikes the territory again. Homicide number 10, as we lose another family member to violence. The ribbon on the door, the yellow crime tape is almost commonplace now with the stories in back of this news reporter. Again, a lot of times I feel like a wartime correspondent. In Frederickstead, at the scene of more carnage, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes. It's a terrible tragedy in Frederickstead. And in a follow-up report to a story we did earlier in the week, we're still looking for that blue, navy blue Toyota Corolla. The license plate number on that Toyota Corolla is CCX247. And again, that's a Toyota Corolla. It was stolen out of Richmond. And remember, folks, that crimes can be committed in stolen vehicles. So we want to make sure we capture this car and get it back to its rightful owner. And in other news tonight, well, I hope you got a chance to see some of the Transfer Day celebration. If not, here's some more highlights.
This particular day, while we celebrated on March 31st as Transfer Day, it is also a time for us to think of the future, to think about where we want to go, what we want to do, what we want our community to do. And as the anchor point of 1917 for many of us is a time that we think of, and even though the events of before, the influences that have been before that, for many of us of today, March 17, 1917 sets that day for us, that hopefully 2017 will be a mark that we will look at and think about what we can do that will be different as we go towards that date. That the challenges that we have in our relationship with the United States become much better defined. That as a U.S. territory, that the fight that our delegate does all the time with other territories to make sure that we're included in federal legislation, that we have a chance within the next 6 years to be able to determine how we want to be seen, how we want to be counted, that we will have a constitution that sets what we want with respect to equality across the board, but anchors our relationship with the United States.
And when we come back from this break, the animal shelter needs your help, plus the entertainment report. Stay with us on Channel 8.